Hey people, got a frame. It's going to be a Realacc Furious 220. The reason I like this one and I ordered this one was it has 6mm arms. Plates. Comes with a Maytech V2.1 power distribution board. That's pretty cool. Didn't expect to see that. Then it comes with your pads and your rubber grippy for your dirty plate. And the arms are chamfered. So we'll whip this thing together. Purple. Huh, I didn't expect to see purple. I thought I was going to see black. But that's fine. Purple's good. I got some green motors so we can do purple and green. Because in the picture it shows black. Yeah, let's check these out. They're chamfered really nice. Like quite a bit. I'm sure you can see it on the camera. Really heavy chamfer. They look like little guitars. It's pretty sweet. We'll throw this together really quick, get some measurements on it. So far, you can kind of tell I like it already. Just because I'm still excited and don't sound bummed, but there's a little bit of where it stopped, paused, and then, but that'll sand out real easy. I mean, there's not much of any cleanup to do on these arms at all. That's crazy. Holy cow. That's some pretty tough carbon fiber. These are gonna need cleanup. They got little milling burrs and stuff on them. The other reason I got this is because it looked like I would be able to top mount a battery too, because you see how it's got the kind of tapers so your battery strap won't slide off. We'll see once I get it together, but I think you can either run your battery top or bottom. They have it set up to run on the bottom the way that they show. 2 extra long ones. I like the way they lock together in the middle. There's not much wiggle room there. It's pretty nice. We'll see when I get it tightened down. They just have it so that the nuts go on the outside and that the nylon standoffs hold the center. We won't build it that way. I'll use longer screws and then put those anti-vibration standoffs. They got a brass insert in them instead of running the nylon standoffs. I don't like the idea of the nylon standoffs having any load to them at all. They shouldn't be used for holding anything. They should be used for spacers and standoffs. Like, that's what they're for. And then they got little nylock lock nuts to go on the outside ones. This is pretty cool minimalist type frame. It's not really all that much to it. Just from this, with how there's like nothing there, man, I don't know, I like the frame. So I'll tighten the stuff down here. I would use those rubber anti-vibration standoffs that I've reviewed on the channel. But yeah, because you can feel it kind of move a little bit because you can't get these tight. We'll see what it's like when I put it all the way together. I also whip this in just for the fun of it, even though I won't be using it. This reminds me like of a thinned down version of the Genius, and I really like the Genius. I've been flying the Genius for quite a long time now, and I've been using the original 4-in-1 that came with the kit, and that 4-in-1 is still working just fine. That Racer Star 20 amp that came with that kit originally. A little bit of carbon fiber dust on my fingers, but not that big a deal. Definitely be using longer screws for the standoffs. Those just aren't long enough. I don't like that. I like to use at least 10mm for the standoffs so that they go in there quite a ways, at least through the bottom. You can put little short ones in the top, but I'd just as soon put long ones in the whole thing. It just gives it a little bit more rigidity. Unless you're worried about the weight, these plates do go either way, so it don't matter which way you put them in. You're not going to gain or lose anything by putting it in one way or the other. Probably even take a little bit of this carbon fiber off right there on the bottom plate if you wanted to lighten it up a little more. Come in and take a little bit of that out. Yeah, I really like this frame. I like it probably in the top 5 of the frames that I've had so far. And you probably could get away with putting a strap around the top and running your battery on the top, but if you did, obviously you wouldn't get your HD cam on the top or anything. So I'll most likely be strapping it to the bottom, because I don't mind underslung batteries at all. As long as you're using your dirty plate and your bumpers, then they even get you an extra set. I know they intend these to be on the arms, but what good is it? Unless you are going to top mount it, then you could run those on the bottom, then you can have it for landing pads if you run your battery on the top. If you don't care about having a camera and you want to run your battery on the top, I think it would do just fine. And with the PDB strap, dirty plate, 115. So that's pretty good. Obviously, in the listing, they have it listed for substantially less. That must be without the PDB and without the battery strap. Yeah, they have just the frame listed as 97. Let's see how accurate that is. So just the frame. It's actually lighter. This one's lighter than they have listed. 95 is what I got. 95 grams. And they got 97 on the listing. So that's pretty awesome. That's really light. Yeah, after I got it all screwed together, it takes all that weirdness out of there. The carbon fiber on the plates themselves is rough. It needs to be, and sharp. It needs to be cleaned up. The camera plates, not the tightest fitting. They'll rattle a little bit, but once you screw the camera on, it'll take that out of there. Most of it anyways, I found with the other frames, that because it'll squeeze against the camera a little bit and it'll take that right out of there. Like I said, it's in the top 5 of my favorite frames that I've had so far. There's a little icky spot right there. Chunker in the carbon fiber. Just looks like they nicked it with something. And then there's a little bit of a little whoop right there in the arm. Looks like they did a little when they were routering the edge. This one's a little rough on the edge router too. We can all be cleaned up with some sanding, a little file work and some sanding. We'll clean it all up. Everything looks fairly uniform. Get a measurement on the arms here. 9 wide, 6, 6. So top plate. Oh, I think my battery died. Nope. Top plates 2. Bottom 2 plates are 2. And the camera cheeks 1.5. Space between the standoffs 35. Between the two this way. 25 between the camera plates. 27. I would definitely say buy it with confidence. It's a pretty sweet light frame. I will be building this one too. 3rd in line. So I got the Sparrow and a few other builds to do, but this one will definitely get built out that's for sure. So the Genius has been pretty much my go-to. We'll see. This one might replace it. But like, subscribe, all them things, and have a great night.